Did he find love? I don't know.
Reality show, and it's a sad moment here because it is the last time that we will cue the music. So that means it's time to cue the music. That's right. It's more or less again, and it's KC style. We're talking Chiefs, and of course we're not talking barbecue. We're talking starting quarterback position. Of course, Alex Smith. He's the main man under center for Andy Reid and company. He threw for 217 yards per game in 2015, so more or less than that in 2016.
Well, you know, Alex likes to tuck the ball and run.
He does.
Predominantly
Sneaky athletic.
Yeah, they'll hand the football off. I mean, it's going to be hard to get over that. It's low, though. 217 isn't high, especially in today's day. I mean, the game has evolved to where you can get it out of your hand, especially with Alex. I feel like you can do more of it. And then as Jeremy Maclin improves, I think that you can bump that number up a little bit. Travis Kelce, I think that's going to improve this year more.
So will his passing touchdowns improve? Because he had 20 last year. Is that going to go up?
Well, he's only gone over 20 once.
Yes.
And that was in, I think, 2013. He had 23 touchdowns. Okay. So, I mean, you could, but I think this is it's a different type of team. This isn't the New England Patriots. This isn't, Aaron Rodgers just dropping back 60 times a game. So this offense is going to go through the ground. I mean, it's going to be a run-first team, and Alex is going to be a big part of that. So I'm not saying that he won't have more than 20 touchdowns. He could run for 5 or 6, but throwing the football, it's not really what they do. He's had, like I said, in between 17 and 23, only over 20 once. So
even on those short passes, though, he puts a little mustard on it. I would like to believe he could push the ball downfield just a little bit.
No, again, I played with Alex. He has a good arm, great athlete, so he can absolutely do it. And I think that it's just a matter of having a guy out there that you trust. And you got Jeremy Maclin and Travis Kelce. You got to have two, whether it's a tight end and a receiver, 2 big-time receivers. You got to have 2 guys kind of draw coverage away from each other, and that's going to open up the run game. I think this offense is going to improve as Jeremy Maclin gets more comfortable in it.
Perfect segue right there, DC. You like that?
That's what we do, man.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy Maclin also last year led the team 1,088 receiving yards. So let's just bump it up just a notch to 1,200.
Yeah, I think
more or less this year.
I think he does get to over 1,200 because I think he's going to be, kind of the highlighted guy. Obviously, Travis Kelce is the guy, and I think that he's probably the most important offensive player just based on what they do. But I think he's key. Exactly. Like that play you saw right there. I mean, they loaded up the box. The linebacker's stuck up for the run. Yeah. And you can hit a slant in behind it. So I think he's going to take a step forward. He's comfortable in this offense, clearly. Having been in Philadelphia, now his second year with the Chiefs. Right. I think you make more big plays. I mean, another 118 yards, 20 yards. I mean, he's going to get it.
He feels comfort levels there. He went to Mizzou. Now he's back in Kansas City. That second year, finally starting to settle in the heartland.
Yeah, the first year you're at any new team. Even though it's the same system, it's still you got to get comfortable with Alex, comfortable with your role, what they ask you to do, and then a coordinator has to get comfortable with you also. I think that as they progress, they're going to find more ways to get Maclin the
football. And they have 2 new coordinators now, replacing Doug Peterson, who, of course,
same system, though. It should be the same terminology, so it should be still a comfort level for him.
On the defensive side of the ball, the Chiefs certainly known for their strong defense. Justin Houston, though, coming off that ACL injury, will the Chiefs have more or less than 47 sacks in 2016? I'm
going to say more just if he can come back healthy. Okay. I think that those 2 guys I think they're the most feared pass rushers in the league. I know we talk a lot about what Denver has, and rightfully so. That pass rushing division is really tough, those guys. But I think these guys are the 2 best. I think that when they get in obvious passing situations, I watched my brother have to go through it. They get down, they get up on a team. It's pretty much a wrap. If they know you're going to throw the football, it's kind of hard because they get a good pocket push. They got good enough guys up front to where they're not going to be able to let you step up. And those 2 guys off the edge they're explosive.
All right, now before we finish this thing up, we know the Chiefs finished pretty hot last year. Yeah, they won 11 games during the regular season. They had a 10-game winning streak. This thing we know. Now, more or less than 11 wins in 2016.
I think I'm going to say less, just because I think their division is going to be better. I think that, what they did last year, ripping off 10 in a row or 11 in a row, counting that playoff game, that's hard to do.
That's huge.
And that still only got them to 11 wins. So I'm going to say less. Still a really good football team. It's going to be fun to watch this division, honestly. I think it's going to go all the way down to the end. I mean, look at their last 2 games. You got Broncos and Chargers. That could be some serious. Raiders week 14. So the last 3 out of 4 are in the division. I love how they do that in the NFL now. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm going to say less, just barely.
I looked at the schedule. I didn't find more than 9 wins.
Yeah,
and that's
really
beating the Chargers, splitting with the Raiders.
And the Chargers are going to be better this year, too.
I agree.
So.
Week 6 and week 14. Daunting tasks.
Yeah, Raiders.
Absolutely.
And the Raiders. Oh, yeah.
That's right. You got to play them twice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys.